Broad daylight robbery turned around by unexpected heroes. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon in Tulsa. Sun high, sky clear, birds chirping like any other day. 74-year-old Eleanor Marks walked slowly down Main Street, clutching her worn leather purse close to her chest. A retired schoolteacher with silver hair pulled into a neat bun, Eleanor had spent decades shaping young minds, instilling kindness, patience, and integrity in every student she taught. Now, in her golden years, she lived simply, cherishing memories more than material things, especially the faded photograph of her late husband and the delicate locket her daughter gave her on her last birthday. But peace shattered in an instant. A young man, eyes wild and desperate, lunged from the alleyway. He pressed a cold barrel against her ribs and snarled, "Give me the bag now." Eleanor's breath caught. Her knees buckled as fear turned her bones to water. The purse, her lifeline to love and memory, was ripped from her trembling hands. She fell hard onto the pavement, her cry slicing through the afternoon calm. What happened next defied every expectation. Just 50 yards away, 4 men sat astride gleaming Harley-Davidsons, leather vests adorned with the infamous Hell's Angels patch. To most passersby, they were symbols of danger, outlaws, rebels, men to avoid. But when Eleanor's scream cut through the air, they didn't flinch. They moved. Maddox Hale, his beard streaked with gray and eyes sharp as flint, was the first on his bike. "That's an old lady," he growled. "We ain't lettin' that slide." Ryder, Cole, and Dean revved their engines in unison, 4 thunderous roars echoing justice. Tires screeched as they tore after the fleeing thief, weaving through traffic like avenging angels. The robber, panicked, ducked into a dead-end alleyway. But it was too late. Maddox dismounted in one fluid motion, towering over the trembling youth. "Drop the gun, now." His voice wasn't loud, but it carried the weight of finality. The robber obeyed. Hands shaking, he dropped the weapon. Ryder snatched it away while Cole secured the purse. Inside, untouched, the photograph, the locket, a bus pass, and $27 in crumpled bills. Everything that mattered to Eleanor. Within minutes, police sirens wailed in the distance. The bikers stood guard, not as vigilantes, but as protectors. When officers arrived, Maddox handed over the thief without a word, only a firm nod. Back on the sidewalk, Eleanor sat on a bench, tears streaming down her cheeks. She thought she'd lost more than a purse. She'd lost a piece of her heart. Then heavy boots approached. Maddox knelt before her, gently placing the purse in her lap. "Everything's still here, ma'am," he said, voice softer than gravel. Eleanor looked up, into eyes she expected to be cold, but found warm with quiet strength. Why did you help me?" she whispered. Maddox paused. "My grandma used to say, the world needs more doers, less watchers." He gave a faint, almost shy smile. "Guess today, we chose to do." In that moment, stereotypes crumbled. The feared became the faithful. The outcasts became guardians. As the bikers mounted their bikes to leave, Eleanor stood, shakily at first, then with resolve. "Wait," she called. They turned. She held up the locket. "My daughter gave me this, said it holds a piece of her love wherever I go." She pressed it into Maddox's hand. "Now it holds a piece of yours, too." Maddox closed his fingers around it, then nodded once, deeply. No words were needed. They rode off into the golden afternoon, not as villains, but as heroes cloaked in leather and steel. This is more than a story. It's a reminder. In a world quick to judge, slow to trust, and often blind to quiet courage, heroes wear many faces. Sometimes they ride Harleys. Sometimes they're teachers with trembling hands. Sometimes they're strangers who choose to act when no one is watching. Because in the end, it's not about who we seem to be. It's about what we choose to do when it matters most. Stay kind, stay brave, and never underestimate the power of an unexpected hero. Thanks for watching.